time for a chicken teriyaki rice bowl. I'm still on the tasty meal prep buzz, trying to shed some extra weight I gained over Christmas. And this week I made a chicken teriyaki rice bowl. You don't need to be a pro cook or anything like that. It's much easier than you think, and I don't know why I haven't done this sooner for my meal preps. Let's rock. What's happening, folks? We'll start things off by prepping the chicken. Chicken thighs are the best to use for this recipe, as they won't dry out while cooking, and as stated plenty of times on this channel before, chicken thighs are much juicier and tastier than breasts. I'm using 2 thigh fillets per serving, and altogether doing 4 lots of meal preps, so that's 8 thigh fillets altogether. So bear that in mind when cooking. You don't have to use all 8 fillets, you don't have to do this for a meal prep, you can just cook this for dinner, just use 2, it's all down to you. Now you can just leave these fillets as they are, then slice them when cooked, or you can cut them into equal sized chunks like I am here. I prefer to do this when I'm cooking a big batch of chicken. Coat them lightly on both sides with some cornstarch, and doing this will give it a nice crust in the skin. Give it all a good mix, and I just use a bowl that was deep enough here. You could also lay these out on a plate or a baking tray, coat them with the cornstarch and mix them wherever you find easiest. Season them with some salt and pepper, then let them rest for a bit while we prep everything else. Like for example, the rice. Now I'm using a rice cooker for mine and cooking 4 servings of long grain rice. You can use any rice you'd like. And same rule always applies with rice, no matter what one you're using or whatever way you're cooking it. Always wash it properly first before cooking. If you have a rice cooker like myself, it's pretty easy. The cup you have is 1 serving, so for every cup of rice you add 1.5 cups of water. Just turn it on, leave it, simple as that. Now I don't want my rice to be all plain. If you do, that's all good, it's up to you. You do you, but I like to spice mine up a bit. Add some salt, pepper, some stuff like rice wine vinegar, just little splashes to add some extra flavour while it's there. Some oyster sauce. This is down to you, you can be creative, you add whatever you'd like. Same rule applies if you don't have a rice cooker and you're just cooking rice normally, using microwave rice or boiling the bag rice. When it's finished, why not add some extra seasoning for some extra flavour? So I just added salt, pepper, oyster sauce, rice wine vinegar, and a few splashes of dark soy. I've said this many times on the channel before, if you don't have a rice cooker and you cook rice a lot, I advise you to go out and get one. While that perfectly cooked fluffy rice is just chilling and staying warm, it's time for the sauce. And what I'm doing here is enough for 4 servings and some leftover sauce, as I like to add that back onto the chicken when I'm reheating my meal preps. So to a bowl or a jug, add a thumb sized piece of ginger and 3 cloves of garlic. I like to grate my ginger and crush the garlic in. If you prefer just chopping it into small pieces, then go ahead, do whatever is easiest for you, just make sure the bits aren't too big. Then add 6 tablespoons of soy sauce, mirin, sake, or if you don't have it, use some Shaoxing wine as a substitute. Try not to get too excited and spill it like I did, but if you have sake, it is tastier and the more traditional way. Optionally, add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, some white pepper and chilli flakes. Then 3 tablespoons of honey, brown sugar and 1 cup of water. Personally, when making teriyaki sauce, you might as well make a big batch. You can store the rest of it like this. It lasts a while. When you want to use it again with any type of meat, you just whack it into the pot, heat it up for a bit, let it boil and it'll begin to thicken. Just make sure you always add a cornstarch slurry when making it again to thicken it up. Next, we'll quickly make the veg. If you don't want to add any, that's fine. But for the veg, I use some tenderstem broccoli and some bok choy. Cut off the end of the broccoli and the bok choy. Then to a wok, add some olive oil, turn to medium-high heat, toss in the broccoli first, make sure you season with some salt and pepper, and fry it off for around 2 minutes. Then add in your bok choy, make sure you season that as well, and fry that off for around a minute. Add some more, and cover the veg with a lid, let it steam for a further 2 minutes. When finished, add the veg to an ice bath, or run it under cold water for a bit to stop it cooking more. There you go, your veg is done, quickly and simple as that. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, folks, want to drop a like and subscribe, it's much appreciated, it really helps you out. Get up! Now it's time to cook off the chicken. Add some oil to your wok or pan, turn it to medium high heat and make sure you let it heat up until it's piping hot, because if you don't, the chicken will stick to the pan and won't cook properly. Now even though I am batch cooking this from my meal preps, I still want to cook my chicken correctly by cooking it in batches and not overcrowding the pan. You want each side to get a nice colour and crust. Now by all means, if you do have something big enough they can lay all the chicken out on and cook it at once, go ahead, but if not, this is your best bet, as you want every piece of chicken to be touching the pan directly. Fry off around 90 seconds each side or until you have a nice crust just like this. And don't worry if it's not fully cooked on the inside for now. Take the chicken out, leave it to one side, then add half your sauce. You don't need all of the sauce, remember we made a lot of it for future cooking. Add a cornstarch slurry to the sauce, make sure that pan is still on the same heat and bring that up to a heavy boil. Toss in all that chicken, let it finish off cooking, soaking up some flavour in that sauce on a heavy boil, around 90 seconds. Then take the chicken back out and finish off the sauce. Bring it down to a simmer to let it reduce, become thick and sticky. Now this part is optional, but I like to add some sesame seeds, chopped green onion and some red chilli for some heat and nice colour. Then finish it off with a few splashes of dark soy for some extra colour. Add back in the chicken and mix it all around well. Make sure every piece of chicken is covered, shiny, sticky and nice and glossy. Just like that. Then begin to serve up. I like to top mine with some more sesame seeds, chilli and green onion on top. It's all down to you, you top it wherever you like. Look at that. I'm not using any chopsticks, I didn't have any on me, so I'm just using the spoon, sorry about that. And believe it or not, this is actually from yesterday. I just reheated everything properly, used some of the leftover sauce I had in that jar to bring the chicken back to life and add everything together. Now of course, if you're just doing this for dinner, like I said in the video, you can just use fillets, slice it when you're serving. It's easier that way than what I was doing. I was batch cooking, I was making enough for 4 servings. And I had to take a bit more time obviously to make it look really presentable for a YouTube video. So you can even do it more easier and quicker than I have done here. So easy to make, so tasty. No need for all them packets of teriyaki sauce. They don't really have much flavour in them. They're not even that cheap. Like, I just don't see the point when you just get all the ingredients. They last you ages. So much more flavourful. Start bringing your cooking up an extra few levels. You could leave out the rice. You could just have a teriyaki salad bowl. You could not use oil. You could use spray oil. You could use less sugar. You could use more veg, more chicken for more protein. Just you do you. It's great for dinner. It's great for a meal prep. Just like the chilli. You're going to look really forward to having this as a meal prep. If you're looking for more nasty recipes, just click that video in the corner right there. And yeah, I suppose that's that, innit? Tops. Don't forget to stay nasty, folks. Yeah.